Hi, welcome to Module 3, Humanitarian Principles and Ethical Standards. This module focuses on the core humanitarian principles that guide the actions of humanitarian workers and organizations. These principles are essential for ensuring that aid is provided impartially, effectively, and in a manner that respects the dignity of the people being assisted. We will explore the importance of humanitarian ethics, how principles such as neutrality, impartiality, and independence are applied in practice, and the challenges of adhering to these principles in complex environments. The core humanitarian principles. The humanitarian principles serve as the foundation for ethical decision-making and actions in humanitarian work. These principles are designed to protect and assist people affected by crises in a manner that respects their dignity, rights, and needs. Humanity. The principle of humanity emphasizes the need to protect life and ensure respect for human dignity. Humanitarian assistance should aim to alleviate human suffering, especially in emergencies, and prevent further suffering whenever possible. Humanity calls for the provision of aid based on need alone, without discrimination. Impartiality. This principle means that assistance must be provided without discrimination, regardless of race, nationality, religion, or political affiliation. Aid should be given according to the needs of the affected population, prioritizing the most vulnerable groups. Neutrality. Humanitarian organizations must remain neutral in conflict situations, refraining from taking sides in hostilities or engaging in controversies of a political, racial, religious, or ideological nature. Neutrality ensures that humanitarian assistance is not used as a tool for advancing any political or military objectives. Independence. Humanitarian organizations must operate independently of political, military, or other agendas. They must ensure that their decisions are based solely on humanitarian needs, without interference from outside forces. This principle ensures that humanitarian action remains focused on providing aid and alleviating suffering. The importance of ethical standards. Adhering to ethical standards in humanitarian work is crucial for maintaining the trust and safety of those affected by crises, as well as the credibility and legitimacy of the humanitarian organizations involved. Some key ethical standards include respect for local cultures and traditions. Humanitarian aid must be culturally sensitive and respect the norms, values, and traditions of the affected population. Understanding and respecting local customs ensures that aid is not perceived as a form of cultural imposition. Transparency and accountability. Humanitarian organizations must be transparent in their actions and accountable to the populations they serve, donors, and the general public. Transparency involves providing clear information about the organization's activities, funding, and objectives, while accountability ensures that actions are monitored, evaluated, and subject to scrutiny. Do no harm principle. This principle calls for humanitarian workers to carefully assess the potential consequences of their actions, ensuring that aid does not inadvertently cause harm or exacerbate the crisis. It involves a deep understanding of the local context and the ability to assess risks and potential negative impacts on vulnerable groups. Confidentiality and privacy. Humanitarian organizations must respect the privacy and confidentiality of individuals affected by crises. This includes handling sensitive data and personal information with the utmost care and ensuring that individuals' identities are protected when necessary. Challenges of adhering to humanitarian principles. In real-world humanitarian operations, adhering to these principles can be challenging due to the complexity of the operating environment. Some of the key challenges include political and security constraints. In conflict zones, humanitarian workers often face immense pressure to take sides or engage in political activities, which conflicts with the principle of neutrality. There may also be restrictions on the movement of humanitarian workers or access to affected populations due to political or military reasons. Access to affected populations. In some areas, humanitarian organizations struggle to gain access to people in need due to ongoing conflict, natural disasters, or logistical challenges. This can hinder the ability to deliver aid in a timely and efficient manner. Funding and resource limitations. Humanitarian organizations often face financial constraints that limit their ability to provide aid. With limited resources, organizations must make difficult decisions about how to allocate aid and prioritize certain groups over others. The challenge is ensuring that impartiality and neutrality are maintained in the allocation of resources. Ethical dilemmas. Humanitarian workers may encounter ethical dilemmas, such as choosing whether to intervene in complex political situations or dealing with situations where it could be misused. Humanitarian workers must use their professional judgment and the guidance of the organization's ethical frameworks to navigate these difficult situations. So that will be it for this module. Take the quiz to proceed to the next module. See you on the next module.